For 300 bucks, that is insane. Now let's look at the competition. And first I want to look at SVS. Now SVS is a great company. They've been making subwoofers for years now. I started out with a PB-1000 way back in the day. I moved all the way up to having dual PB-3000s, and I thought the output was unbelievable. So for the purpose of this video, let's look at a head-to-head comparison versus the SVS SB-2000. Now, this is a legendary sealed sub that usually retails for way higher than the RSL. In fact, if we look at the SVS 2000 Pro, it's going to retail for $899. So in comparison, looking at the Audioholics data, at the critical 20 hertz mark, the SVS is hitting 92.1 decibels. So in comparison, let's take a look back at the RSL 10E data. At 20 hertz, the RSL is hitting 94 decibels. That means the $300 RSL is nearly 2 decibels louder at the deepest frequencies than the more expensive sealed SVS. Remember, every 3 decibels is a perceived doubling of power. This isn't just a small difference, you can actually feel that. Next, let's talk about the Martin Logan Dynamo 1500X. So this is a massive 15-inch sub that costs a fortune. So you would surely think that a 15-inch sub destroys a 10-inch RSL, right? Well, you would be wrong. Let's take a look at the 25 hertz measurements. The Martin Logan hits 101.4 dB, which is great performance. The RSL 10E is right on its heels at 98.4 decibels. So while the Martin Logan has a slight edge in raw volume at some frequencies, it also has much higher distortion levels on the deep end. The RSL is giving you clean, tighter bass for a fraction of the cost. So if you think about this, just from a value proposition, a RSL Speedwoofer 10E costs around $300. You could buy 3 RSLs to equal the price of an SVS SB-2000 Pro. 2 RSL 10Es would absolutely smoke a single $1,000 subwoofer in almost any real-world living room. So the data doesn't lie. The RSL Speedwoofer 10E is a giant killer. It outperforms sealed subs like the SB-2000, and low-end holds its own against 15-inch monsters with much cleaner output. Just to give this caveat too, I understand that the subwoofers such as the SVS 2000 Pro are going to have some features that the RSL Speedwoofer 10E does not.